Here's your First Warn Weather Forecast First, sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
A little bit more sunshine today and a little warmer for the afternoon. Our highs, as a result, warmed into the low 70s for many of us, including reaching a high temperature of 72 degrees at the Rockford Airport. Many spots got close to that 70-degree mark, but we're still a bit warmer than where we were at this time yesterday. Starting to cool off, though, underneath clearing skies, and we still hold on to the clear skies, a big difference from what we saw around this time yesterday as well. Holding on to those clear skies gives us another chance to view the northern lights here into the later part of the night tonight. As skies clear, the higher chances for that likely going to be after midnight again, but for slightly different reasons from the cloud cover we had yesterday. Sunshine warms us back at the 80s as we get into the day tomorrow. I'll let you know when we could see our next chances for rain coming up in your most trusted forecast a little later.
The Rockford Peaches are back on the field. Today's game brought local girls out to play some baseball. The State Line Museum honors a Rockford woman in the community. The celebration for her ahead of Mother's Day. And kids are exploring the world of medicine. Why some of them could be part of the next generation of healthcare professionals.
Live from Fox 39, this is Eyewitness News at 9.
Good evening, I'm Taylor Castro. Thanks for staying up with us tonight. The Rockford Peaches return for a game this afternoon. Midway Village hosted their annual Peaches Playdate, pitting the historic women's team against local youth softball players. Blake Dietz has more from the game.
Midway Village was transformed into a 1940s baseball field as the Rockford Peaches took on some young challengers in the annual Peaches Playdate. The event's coordinator says teaching the next generation about the Peaches is vital.
So we always love talking about the history of the Peaches. They are a very integral part of Rockford in the history of World War II in our community especially. And I think it's important to keep that name alive. We do have a permanent exhibit in our museum, and then this is our annual Peaches Playdate. So we do this every year to kind of honor them.
The annual event added something new this year too.
This is the first time that we have the Belvedere North softball team that's out here, but I'm very grateful for them. I know it's peak softball season for them, so the fact that they're able to come out here and engage with some of our Peaches reenactors is really special.
Museum officials say the day is all about women empowerment.
I think it's a good way to get young women to know that they can do anything. They could be an athlete. They could do whatever they want. That wasn't always the case. Women had fewer opportunities, and over history, they got the right to vote. They got more opportunities, and the Peaches sort of symbolize that in a fun way.
And many young girls attended to soak in the sunshine and fun.
I'm really feeling the theme here. I'm thinking about throwing a baseball, hoping it doesn't crash and break anything. Not really good with my hands.
We're feeling sporty.
Yeah, we're feeling sporty today. Yes.
Reporting in Rockford for your home team, I'm Blake Dietz.
The Ethnic Heritage Museum's latest exhibit honors who some say is the mother of our community. Estelle Black is a retired assistant executive director of the Rockford Public Library. She's known for developing programs and services to help multi-ethnic patrons. The library at Rock Valley College is named after her. Black is also a member of multiple community organizations. She was the first president of the Rockford Women's Network and received the Outstanding Service Award for the Visiting Nurses Board.
There's a lot of plaques and awards in recognition for her. She's also was nominated and a finalist for the Excalibur Award. She's worked with George Ryan in her past. So there's a lot of interesting artifacts.
Black is one of only a few to get a living honor. The exhibit will be on display until Labor Day weekend. Some future doctors may have gotten a head start on their learning. Kids got to scrub in at the Discovery Center Museum's Junior Doctor Day. The event uses hands-on activities to teach kids about what it's like to have a career in healthcare. They were introduced to organs, reflexes, and their heartbeat. Medical students from the University of Illinois College of Medicine Rockford helped out. Organizers say a lot of the students they talked to were first interested in the field at a young age. Now they hope to inspire the next generation.
Either they were sick and in the hospital and people helped them, or they had a family member perhaps who had an illness and were helped by medical professionals. And so, because they were inspired as children, I think that they hope that they can perhaps inspire some children to become, doctors or in the medical profession when they grow up.
The event was also good practice for the med students, allowing them to get outside of the classroom and work on their communication skills with a variety of ages. Local organization welcomes in spring, using the season as inspiration for its event. Around 45 vendors were at Bloomfest today in Rockford, hosted by Women's Space. The spring market highlights local artisans and their handmade goods. There's also music, a plant sale, and activities for the kids. It's also a chance for the community to get to know more about Women's Space. The group has seen growth over the past year.
Opposed to last year, we have about 15 more vendors. We have some new food trucks. We always make a different community art event, so this year is kind of like a big mural, paint by number. And we expanded our kids' activities and just kind of try to keep growing each year.
Women's Space has been around since 1975. With cicadas on the way across Illinois, you might wonder what happens if your pet gets a hold of one or maybe more. The University of Illinois College of Veterinary Medicine says the buzzing creatures aren't toxic to dogs or cats. However, a cicada's exoskeleton can be irritating to the digestive tract, and if they eat too many, an obstruction could happen. Experts say small things like going for walks at night when cicadas are less active are a good way to ensure your pet doesn't snack on them. If you think they've eaten too many, contact a vet right away. Colleges and universities are cracking down on protests. Coming up, what's happening on campuses across the country ahead of graduation ceremonies.
Our highs today warmed into the low 70s for many of us, a big difference from the record highs that we had just 2 years ago. But you know how much warmer we are going to be for tomorrow afternoon, though, coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Taylor Castro, Reagan Holgate, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
The United Nations General Assembly votes to give Palestine new rights, urging the UN Security Council to revive its bid for membership in the organization. Under the UN Charter, prospective members must be, quote, peace-loving, and the Security Council must recommend their admission to the General Assembly for final approval. The U.S. vetoed a widely backed Council resolution last month that would have paved the way for a full United Nations membership for Palestine.
While numerous diplomatic efforts and the United Nations resolutions have been deployed, regrettably, none have yet quelled the current cycle of death and destruction. Yet this is not a moment for the international community to falter or to look away.
Palestine has been a non-member observer state at the United Nations since 2012. In the Middle East, evacuations are underway in Rafah as Israel expands its military operations there. Thousands of Palestinians are leaving their homes. It's estimated more than half of Gaza's population, which is about 1.4 million Palestinians, have been sheltering in Rafah. The Israeli government released video of troops moving through the city. The expanded operations come after weeks of international opposition and warnings an Israeli invasion would cripple humanitarian efforts. Here in the States, colleges and universities continue to crack down on pro-Palestinian protesters ahead of graduation ceremonies on college campuses across the country. Connor Hansen has more.
Early Friday morning, police encircled an encampment of protesters at the University of Pennsylvania. Tents had been there about 2 weeks. After warning people to leave, officers in riot gear arrested more than 24 people, including students and teachers, charging them with trespassing.
I'm heartbroken this morning, not because I support the cause of the students or I'm against it. It's because I support democracy and I support the right of the students and the community to peacefully protest.
A similar scene played out at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Nearly a dozen students were arrested there.
They had hundreds of riot gear officers, state troopers, all to come down for a student encampment that was peaceful throughout its time here.
It came just a day after a tense standoff at the University of Arizona. Police used tear gas to clear an encampment before the school's commencement ceremony. Students have called for a ceasefire in Gaza and want their schools to divest from Israel or companies connected to the country. Some schools have agreed to disclose their investments. The University of Minnesota said $5 million, less than 1% of its endowment, is tied to Israeli companies or U.S. defense contractors. Some Jewish students still find a lot of the rhetoric unsettling.
Even though most of us have sadly been desensitized to harmful and anti-Israel rhetoric on campus, this year has been filled with more hatred targeting Jewish students based on our identities than ever before.
Thousands of people have now been arrested at these college and university protests across the country.
More sunshine and another warm afternoon with highs in the 70s. Jordan tells us about the second half of our weekend and the Mother's Day forecast coming up.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Well, it's nothing like the warmth that we saw just 2 years ago. If you remember back in 2022, around this time, we had a number of high temperatures that reached into the 90s. That set record highs for 4 days in a row. That included May 10th of 2022, 92 degrees for the high in Rockford, 94 degrees the following day, then another 93-degree day, and then we cooled off to 92 degrees as we got into May 13th. Normally, our average high temperatures for this time of year, and that included back then, was around 70 degrees, so nearly 20 to 25 degrees above average. Nothing like that today, as we did still see highs reach into the low 70s for some of us, though very close to average this time around. 69 degrees the high temperature in DeKalb, 70 Rochelle, 72 in Rockford. Our temperatures are falling through the night underneath clearing skies, and not a whole lot to talk about with cloud cover, and definitely not as much as what we saw around this time yesterday. We had that cold front that passed through that even brought an isolated storm to the area, but things continuing to clear out from this point going forward. Temperatures as a result will fall into the upper 40s for many of us underneath mostly clear skies, and winds continuing to ease a bit and eventually shifting to come out of the southeast. As we get into the night tonight, though, that is providing optimal ideas for us to view again the northern lights into the night. No, we do not have quite as strong of a geomagnetic storm. There at least still is a very likely chance that we could view those northern lights, with the higher potential for that coming after midnight tonight. So a couple of tips if you are going to be heading out there coming up in just a moment. But if you missed out on the opportunity, this is kind of the idea of what you might be able to see. This one in particular, a viewer photo from Kathy Wishop over in the Rockton region, sending us this picture from last night. And then meteorologist Joey Marino and I went out, coupled with our other production people from the station as well, and got not only this picture from Joey Marino, as well as this one that I took on my iPhone from around the Durand area. So make sure that you are going to be potential if you want to go out and get any of these pictures. A couple of tips that you want to make sure you're taking advantage of. You want to get away from any of the city lights, especially if you are in the Rockford area. Make sure you're also looking to the north along the horizon. Initially, that's where the likelihood of the northern lights are going to be. Last night, there was a potential for those to be directly overhead, but that's more than likely where they would remain. Set the camera to a long exposure, and that can include cell phones. You have the opportunity to go in the settings and set your exposure from anywhere from 3 to 10 seconds, and then hold your phone as still as possible to get those colors to really show up. And these are coming in perfect time. The color is almost a Mother's Day gift for some of our mothers out there, and very nice weather as well. Our temperatures warming into the low 80s, lots of sunshine as well, but we do have another isolated chance for some showers late into the afternoon and going into the early evening. Not anything too significant, very, very isolated, with Futurecast showing those off very nicely there. Along a cold front late Sunday night could bring a couple of storms across southern Wisconsin, and heavier chances for rain by the time we get into Monday, and those may last into the early part of Tuesday. That will also bring some cooler weather into the area as well. So 82 degrees on Sunday, but down to 73 on Monday with chances for showers and storms. In the 60s on Tuesday with additional chances for rain moving in by the time we get to Thursday and going into Friday.
Thanks, Jordan. Reagan's next with sports. Day 2 of Bears rookie minicamp wraps up. That means another glimpse at the #1 overall draft pick.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
Day 2 of Bears rookie minicamp taking place in Lake Forest today, and it was another chance for the Bears rookies to get some work in on the field, which meant another chance for us to get a look at quarterback Caleb Williams. But only 3 of the Bears' 5 draft picks were on the field today. Third-rounder Karan Amagaji was already out with a quad injury. Then today, first-rounder Roma Dunze was declared out with some hamstring tightness. But Williams was back on the field, and he's already made a pretty good first impression on the man who will be calling his plays.
It's been a cool process. He's an unbelievable human being. Football is part of what makes him special, but there's a lot more outside of that makes him special as well. And so, but right from the jump, you get that initial meeting with someone and like, all right, this guy's a pretty cool guy. We can move forward right here. On the field, his arm talent, and his ability to put the ball where it needs to be. That's evident from day one, and now it's about keeping to learn and progress and keep moving forward with our system. But the arm talent and what he's able to do is fun to watch.
And obviously, all eyes have been on the pair of top 10 picks in Williams and Adunze. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see more of that chemistry today. The Bears are more concerned about playing it safe with Adunze's injury. There's no really threat of a long-term injury there. Now, this all comes after he was on the practice field Friday catching passes from his new QB1. And according to multiple reports, the two shined during their first official practice together. And the rookie seems ready to jump into his new role in a packed receiver room.
For me, the mindset I think I want in a wide receiver room is everybody to think they're wide receiver one, and that's the mindset that I bring to a wide receiver room. And it's a friendly competition, At the end of the day, I want the best for the brother beside me, and I'm gonna run every route and do every concept to perfection, even if I'm the main read or if they're the main read, because I think that's what it's about when concerning a brotherhood within the room.
We'll leave you and get back to focusing on this shot, but happy 35th birthday 1 week ago today, Rory. You're the best.
Thanks, Jim. I appreciate that. Yeah, feeling old, but I still got a few left in me, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Rory McIlroy clearly took those birthday wishes from Jim Nantz to heart. This was his approach shot on the 14th hole at the Wells Fargo Championship to set up a tap-in birdie. McIlroy had a 4-under 67 today, but the man to catch is Xander Schauffele. He had a longer birdie putt on 14, but he drops it in there. Schauffele leads the pack at 12 under and 1 shot up on Rory, heading into the final 18 on Sunday. Now, the Rock Valley College baseball team capped off a 3-0 sweep in the first round of the Region 4 tournament today with an 8-4 win over Sauk Valley. The Golden Eagles advance to the Super Regional next weekend with a trip to Nationals on the line. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Clear skies continuing tonight on the First Warn Interactive Radar from Rockford Glass and More that may provide another opportunity to view the northern lights here into the night tonight. Mainly going to be after midnight, though, as we do get that next round of the geomagnetic storm that works its way closer to the area. We do see clear skies continuing into tomorrow. Temperatures as a result warming into the low 80s. A few isolated showers and a couple rumbles of thunder possible late into the evening and overnight hours. Higher chances on Monday.
Thanks, Jordan, and thank you for joining us.